What is up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about which units to build and invest in preparation for LIINO. Now her banner is not here until like after Arcane, but we can see what unit works with her right now. Now LIINO is a very like general support, so she kind of just works with everything. Her skill provides team-wide attack buff, but her ultimate only gives amplification to electric and nature operators, and also her combo skill also like provides like SP restoration for like electric operators. So all electric operators are automatically best friends with LIINO. You can check those out. And she buffs nature too, so you can probably safely assume that Arcane is going to be also a main DPS for LIINO, as shown in the live stream as well. Obviously built Arcane for LIINO because Arcane is the latest character. She's probably going to be the biggest damage dealer ever. So we'll go one by one with these characters. Now, I also saw like some builds where like they plan to use LIINO for like other characters that are not electric, maybe like Levitate, Yvonne. I think all those could work, honestly, especially if you need the healing. So healer characters, obviously you're going to want to work with her for every single, you can use her for every single team. So really she does not have any like negative synergy. She works with everyone. But let's see in terms of strategy, which one would be best for her. Or like how good do they synergize with LIINO. So the only character I don't have right now is Rosie. And Rosie, she's a character that wants vulnerability, wants like infliction and all that. She doesn't really work too well with LIINO, but she can use her, I guess. So Yvonne, she's a cryo in nature character, doesn't really use LIINO stuff, but you can play her, I guess. Tong Tong doesn't really, I guess a team-wide attack buff could be good, but like she doesn't use electric or nature help. Sahi barely helps, so no. Gilberta, I guess some team like with like nature and electric, but LIINO seems to be going to be like the Gilberta replacement for like Zhongfangyi teams. So Camille, no. Levitate, no. Zhongfangyi is going to be one of the ultimate main DPS driver for LIINO, since she's the ultimate electric main DPS. And if you don't know, the team is probably going to be Zhongfangyi, Perlica, Arknights, and LIINO. And then for like an Arcane team, probably going to be like Arcane, Wolfguard, Arcade Curry, then LIINO. So Zhongfangyi, best teammate ever with LIINO. Edmund is just a physical brute, so no. Wolfguard, I don't know, probably doesn't really do much for LIINO. Perlica is an electric operator, so instantly yes. I don't know. They don't have any special synergy with LIINO, but they can all use LIINO, let's be real. Li Feng, not really. Pog, not really. Last right. If you're playing with some goofy team with like Arcane, maybe, but she needs Cryo and Infliction, so no. Ardelia, she's already a support and healer, so if you already have LIINO, you're probably just never using Ardelia, so no. Avelena, electric operator, definitely yes, but like have not seen much people play Avelena ever since Zhongfangyi came out. She kind of got power crept by Zhongfangyi, but if you're a free to play and you get her, which is surprisingly hard, I feel like not a lot of people have that much of her. She is going to be like the free to play electric main DPS for LIINO. And her animations is really cool. It's just that it might be a bit hard to use her skills and stuff. Estella is like a physical whatever, cry infliction whatever, so no. Snowshine, no. Snowshine and Amber are both like sustained. They both like do some healing. So if you're playing LIINO, you are 100% not playing Snowshine or Amber. Unless you're doing some goofy ass build of you trying to become immortal, then I'm probably not playing these two. Arknight is like the only electric Vanguard, so she is 100% going to be good for LIINO. But they say that LIINO restore her SP for like electric operators after her combo skill. So you could potentially swap out Arknight for LIINO and then maybe use like another like electric support. But that other electric support is going to be Antle. But I'll quickly talk about the other characters. Ailash is a physical Vanguard that like it comes out after consuming Art's reaction, so probably not gonna use Ailash unless if you're playing Zhongfangyi team. I know he works in like Zhongfangyi team, but like if you have LIINO, then you're not going to be using Ailash. Ake Curry is just a random Vanguard, Heat Vanguard. You could use her for like Heat teams, but like for electric teams, definitely not using Ake Curry. Now Antle, they say that LIINO is like a direct power creep of Antle. Maybe you can use two at the same time, but like you're probably going to be using more Arknight with LIINO instead of Antle with LIINO instead, just so you get like a whole bunch of SP on your hand. Because that is what Zhongfangyi usually wants, and Perlica. Just a lot of skill points to go around. Then Fluorite, she provides like extra infliction when you have two, so I don't think you're going to be using you're not going to be using most like 4-star supports if you're using LIINO. And then the other characters are no, they're all physical characters. You can use them, but like a lot of physical teams usually have like more shielding and like more defensive, so they don't really need that much healing. So if you're playing LIINO, you don't need to play any sustain, and also probably not going to be using any like physical team. So there's that. That is all the team synergy with LIINO so far. Not much information, not much testing going on out there, but that is just the first analysis. And LIINO is probably going to be like the easiest character to like make a team with ever. She's like a support. She works everywhere. So needless to say, her best team is going to be like Zhongfang Yi. And if you don't have Zhongfang Yi, you can use Arcane, either one of these two. And if you don't have both of these two, you can just use her whenever you like. And if you really just want a like electric team, you can use Avelena as like the free-to-play electric team option. And that is how you invest in teammates for LIINO. Let me know in the comments on what I missed, and I'll see y'all next time.